Hello, kind people. This is Dmitry. Welcome to my weekly listener recap. And we're in for a treat today. We have a puzzle by Care. Care being pseudonym for Roger Phillips, one of the editors of The Listener, and an absolutely brilliant setter. 3 times winner, I believe, of Ascot Gold Cup, the award that for the best puzzle of the year. And the one of Care's puzzle, safe cracking, is, I think, widely regarded as one of the best listeners ever, and I do not disagree. And there is a great video by either Simon or Mark from Cracking the Cryptic. I think Mark solving it. So, you know, I'll put a link in the description probably. So let's have a look at this Care's offering. It's a carte blanche, as you can see, with an extremely short preamble. Clues are given in normal order. The bar pattern has 180-degree symmetry and includes 6 initially blank cells surrounded by bars. After entering the clue answers, solvers must fill the blank cells to complete a thematic title and change 4 letters in symmetrically placed unchecked cells to reveal the originators. Solvers must refrain from drawing any but the 66 significant bars. The Chambers Dictionary is the primary reference. So I think I will probably jump straight to the end game here because this is where all the fun is. And I just want to say that this is probably one of the easiest carte blanches there are. So the grid fill was really not hard. Greatly helped by the fact that you have... So the grid is 13 by 13. And so there are no tricks, no missing letters, or, well, there are these 6 initially blank cells, but apart from that there is the usual symmetry. So I said it many times, but if you have carte blanches like this, you could always split the across and down clues by looking at the symmetry of enumeration. So as you can see, the enumeration starts 13, 8, 5, 7, and if you go from here upwards, you also have 13, 8, 5, 7. And so this is the very last across clue, and the one which follows it is the very first down clue. And so this was fairly easy. So this was radioactively, which I believe is just an anagram of the last 3 words of the clue, and with the definition being dirty bombs work thus. And so, yeah, you can do it reasonably straightforwardly. So once you've done all that, you arrive at the grid which looks like this. And so these are the, these are the 6 blank cells, and of course they're also symmetrically positioned. And so bars around them I put in black, and all the other ones are in green, and I hope I haven't missed any of them. And when you try to then complete thematic title, so one immediate suggestion that you get is to put something like "She Loves You" here, which is a song by the Beatles. I did get distracted here a little bit because there's also an album called "Who Loves You" by the group called Four Seasons. And because we want 4 originators, I was also thinking that might be a possibility. Worse than that, that album was released in November 1975, so it's exactly 50 years ago. And so kind of one tiny bit of me still thinks, like, could this all be like a giant misdirection, Elgin style? And this is what this all actually is about. But yeah, I mean, that would be very surprising. So because the other thing you immediately notice is that in symmetric entries here and there, you can change the corresponding and I think I didn't do it in the final grid, which is on the next slide. So you can change the 4 letters. So how does the preamble put it? change 4 letters in symmetrically placed unchecked cells. So these are the symmetrically placed unchecked cells, and you could get George, Ringo, John, and Paul there. So it is very likely that this is indeed about the Beatles song and not about the Four Seasons album. And then it's a little bit of a very long grid stare to try and understand the very last bit. So solvers must refrain from drawing any but the 66 significant bars. And basically, what you have to do there, and this is the beautiful part, because it did take a long time of grid staring for me to understand what this is about. And the word refrain there is clearly not a random word and is there for a reason, to kind of to let you think about the refrain of "She loves you," which is of course yeah, yeah, yeah. And if you look at this bars here, you might recognize that this refrain is already in the grid, in the bars which in the bar pattern which looks like letters, specifically this one. So this is one, yeah, and then there are of course two more. And so these are and clearly because they are reflected and mirrored, so we need to count the bars in any single one of them. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then you have to multiply that by 6, and that gives you 66, which is the number that the preamble requires us to have. And so we remove all the rest, and we end up with something that looks like this. So all the green ones we ignore, and clearly in this one I still haven't made the substitutions, but I believe that this is what you have to submit. So what do I think about all this? I think this is an absolute beauty. One of the more stunning kind of uses of grid symmetry that I have seen, and just an overall pleasure to solve. I don't know whether the fact that it wasn't really a hard one will prevent it from getting high on the end of season rankings. But yeah, I think this is definitely a worthy puzzle of a stunning listener year that 2025 proves to be. So thank you so much, Kia, and let's see what the next week is going to bring. Thank you for watching. Bye.